Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Lagway. This time it's complete. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitching catch.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And the Gators with the 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Got out of trouble and throws. He makes the connection. And he's wrestled to the ground.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making...
Touchdown, Florida! Then they strike first. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him.
They'll leave it with him. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. Snatches it on the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They go to the ground. Makes him talk to the hand.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
Third and short is just so hard to play when you got quarterbacks that can do this, because you got to play the pass, you got to drop back a little bit, but then he has the ability to crease you a little bit on third and short and go pick up that big first down.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18.
Kentucky, 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. Tried to fight his way through that tackle when he's brought down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Are tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the run, fires downfield. He makes the catch. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it, trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of the tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with the defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Looking for a man, it's Glagway. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Offense gets set for second down. Here's the handoff. Bulls his way forward. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Fires to the right. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
A third and long coming up here. Looking for a man. It's Glagway. Throwing right. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wilson. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
With the catch, it's Wilson. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Gators! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Kentucky has it back and the big blue offense takes the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. He's got an open man. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Vandergrift. Takes the easy completion. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Dropping back, it's Vandergrift. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Tosses it incomplete. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Offense getting set for 1st down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Right on target this time. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. And the Longhorns will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, will have the first possession of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Vols will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Scrambling away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Bolden. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. This time on target. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to the air one more time. Pulls it in. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn!
The offense goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 looked by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The give to the back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing with pressure in his face.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Bolden. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He's going to take off. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Out of the gun, the inside give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You picked up a bunch of yards on 1st down. Make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll try to run for it. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Pressure coming. He's moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action, looking to buy time. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks.
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Running it back, it's Bolden. And the returner goes down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now.
All kinds of running room. Past the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the run, it's Sampson. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Now adjusting. And a sack all the way back at the 5. And the Volunteers will line up to punt it away. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Bolden. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Here comes the Texas offense. Right down the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster.
Deep shot for the end zone. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Vols line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bringing it back, it's Bolden. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lets one fly deep. Pulls it in on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. He's going to pass. He'll take another shot here. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him, and the defense finally came up with a play.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake. Steps away. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never an out. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
0.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Volunteers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Looking for a block. It's Bolden. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Looking for his man. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Excellent field position here for the offense. Throws to the wideout. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy?
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the defense stopped him again on 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he's out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now? 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced.
Oh, those hurts. I mean, you got them backed up. You got them in a 4th down situation. You got the play initially stopped, but playing scrambling quarterbacks, you got to play the 2nd play and the 3rd play because they just keep running around, making things happen, and the QB does a great job on 4th down, getting in the end zone, making the big play.
Tennessee, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Here we go, here we go. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together.
What a snag by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Wow, the quarterback got away with one there. He's lucky that defender dropped that pass because if he picks it, he might have taken that one to the house.
On the return, it's White. Makes the tackle, really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue?